YouTube, I have some more breaking news for you, having to deal with the shooting at Apalachee High School in Winder, Georgia. Colt Gray, who was the young man, 14 years old, not a man, child, accused and detained for the shooting. 4 people dead, 9 others sent to the hospital. I said yesterday that he was asked questions last year by the FBI and police and law enforcement having to do with a threat of the same kind, and they didn't have enough information or evidence to prosecute him. They asked his father about it, and his father said that he had guns in the home, but Colt did not have any access to those guns. Never. Well, there's some devastating news. Now, there will be 6 lives that are lost after this shooting. 4 who are deceased. The young man of 14 who will be now tried as an adult. 14 is still a child, but that's what is happening. His life will more than likely be lost, and now his father will also be lost. There are now 6 lives lost out of this shooting, and I will let you see this before we talk any further.
This was an act of negligence. Now, this does bring us into our breaking story today, as we have just learned that the father of Colt Gray, the shooter, Colin Gray, he actually bought this weapon for his son as a holiday gift. Colin Gray told investigators this week he bought the 14-year-old the AR-15 style rifle used in the fatal shooting as a Christmas present in December of last year. Now, it is important to remember, too, that this firearm was purchased after the FBI got a tip back in May of last year about online threats of a school shooting from Colt. They traced the threats to Georgia and forwarded the information to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, which interviewed the Gray family. Colin Gray said he kept hunting guns in the house, but that Colt did not have unsupervised access to them. Colt, meanwhile, denied making the online threats. Police notified local schools, and no probable cause for an arrest was found at the time, according to the FBI. Now, that fact alone is absolutely horrific, but we do have another breaking update for you with regards to this story. The father of Colt Gray, again, Colin Gray, has been arrested in connection with the shooting at Apalachee High School, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. He has been charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children.
There you have it. Justice needs to be done. But we need to talk very quickly about this idea of owning the libs. I got a bunch of questions yesterday saying, I don't understand how we got the gun. I don't understand if they got these threats, then, why weren't they watching? I don't understand. What you need to understand is everything that you see right here is the Republicans' idea of owning the libs. This father, in an act of defiance that defines him and his Second Amendment, decided to make a joke of the threat that he was given. Tee-hee, ha-ha, they want to take my guns away. They're going to make up a lie about anything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get you an AR-15. Won't that be funny? That's what's happened. That's the facts. You know it and I know it. You bought that as a Christmas present after being talked to, not being more vigilant, but being less, because it would own the libs. Because the new Republican idea of freedom is my freedom to be as stupid and ignorant and flagrant and ridiculous and offensive as possible is more important than anything else. And as I become more flagrant and ridiculous and offensive on purpose, it gives me a high. It gives me a great feeling to know I'm free to crush and destroy decency, Watch me own the libs. This is their ideal freedom. And this is why that father has now lost his life and become the sixth person to lose it. I don't agree with charging a child as an adult. Colin Gray, the father of Colt Gray, is an adult, and I hope he gets thrown the book at and buried in prison. Whether you like it or not. Have a great one. I'm going to go watch football now and hopefully distract myself from this hellscape that we live in.